is gonna change is if it gets so fucking bad that people finally are like, all right, enough. Like the shit don't work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you put another fucking neoliberal in there. They gonna think things gonna get a little. Neoliberals, they're really good at putting the Band-Aid on the wound and hiding it and masking it, giving you
hope or talking like, oh, I feel better.
But doing the same shit that the fucking neocons are doing. They slow it down a little bit, right? Because neocons, they fuck you with no condom, no lube. They just put it in you. They don't buy you dinner. They just like, fuck it, nigga. You gonna take this shit, nigga? You're done. But a neoliberal will like. They like whining. They treat you like Derek Jeter. They take you out and da. In the morning, you still got fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You just feel better in the end. Like, oh yeah,
he's cool.
He's cool. He gave me a gift basket. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
he didn't call.
Yeah, but he didn't call you back.
That's cool.
He don't like you. Yeah. He ain't gonna ever do nothing for you. Like that.
But he's a nice person.
But he's a nice guy. Like I can't say anything bad about him. And that's what a fucking neoliberal. Like if we elect a fucking Kamala Harris, it is a wrap.
Yeah, the next person
person's gonna be Hitler. The next person's gonna be fucking. You think niggas think Donald Trump is Hitler? Oh my God.
Donald Trump is he's moderate compared to some of those guys.
Actually, when Donald Trump was running, I actually like some things about what he was like. I like his non-interventional approach. I love that shit. He said he was gonna be the first. He said the Republicans are gonna be the first party to give everybody health care. He said that shit. I mean, I'm going off of what the nigga was saying.
Right.
I know who wasn't saying that shit.
And then he said it. I think he genuinely means some of that shit because he said it again when he didn't have to say it. The Republicans are going to be the party of healthcare. They had to pull him like, wait a minute, dog.
He wants to give it to people. That's what I'm saying. He wants to give it to people. I really think that it's not defending Trump, because Trump is a piece of shit. I don't know.
Right. For a lot of reasons.
He wants to give, but there are certain. He is a populist. Here's the thing people got to understand about populism and conservatism and progressivism, right? Populism, we all, like the vast majority of Americans can relate to populism, right? Healthcare for all, right? We want that shit. That's populism. When you start talking about things that like progressivism is like the Green New Deal and I guess that was the Green New Deal is kind of pretty progressive too, and social issues as well, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Populism, economic populism. I'm sorry, to be specific. Fixing the infrastructure and so on and so forth, right? Trump is like, yeah, man, fuck those wars. Yeah, man, let's pull our troops home. We can use that money over here and give it to us. You know what I'm saying? Like he that don't mean he care about poor people. He's just saying bring the money back to America because it's us first. Fuck the shithole countries, like you said before. He wants to fix the America first. I'm for that. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe in that. Like I think that's what we need to do. The way he's going about it is terrible, but we need just the idea of that. So I think he genuinely wants to give people health care, but he knows he can't, because as soon as you start talking that shit, what they hit him with? Oh yeah, the P dossier. The fucking, we got a video on this nigga pissing on little girls. Like, where the fuck did that come from?
Wow.
Where did that come from? Y'all didn't have that before during the like,
that was the little shit they was probably threatening him with.
That's what I'm trying to. No. It's not. He knew they don't. I know that they don't have a video of Trump peeing on nobody, and it's not because I don't think Trump has ever done not ever done that before.
Right.
I just know that they don't have a video of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm saying that but Trump saw like, oh, these niggas is fucking with me. You know what I mean? Like that's how he was like, oh, these niggas is fucking with me. Like, okay, shit, man. He tried to rally the troops. He tried to be on some like, oh, fuck y'all and fight the power and shit like that. But they was like, okay, we'll step it up. You're a Putin puppet.
Right.
Oh, he voted. Oh, no. Putin, they rigged the election. And
you couldn't even hold water before the investigation proved it was false. Everything that Trump was doing was against Russia.
Yeah, everything Trump was everything he was doing when he got elected. Mm-hmm. He didn't do anything to help Russia out at all.
Anything that Russia would have wanted, like, oh, Russia's calling the shots. Well, how's Russia calling the shots when they're in Venezuela, fucking with Venezuela?
Yeah.
Russia backed Venezuela.
Yeah.
oh, you guys jumped out that deal with Iran and you put the sanctions back.
Russia likes they boys. That's their biggest
allies. Their biggest ally in the Middle East for sure. And then the disruption of the building of that pipeline between Germany and Russia.
Yeah.
That was the kicker right there. Like, wait a minute, he's not doing nothing to benefit Russia. Why are y'all saying that he's working with Russia?
And Syria.
Exactly, Syria.
Fucking with Syria.
But Assad is backed by the Russians.
Yep.
So it didn't add up. You know what I mean? So, but I gotta talk about this. Why AOC? What's up with AOC and Tulsi, dog?
Like beefing?
Like I don't think Tulsi's beefing with her.
No, Tulsi don't be beefing with her.
I think that AOC's beefing with Tulsi. AOC is backing Elizabeth Warren, kind of. Like, she's kind of leaning. Like, I don't.
She was just up there with Bernie the other day.
Yeah, that's her boy. But she's like mentioning like her, because AOC stay on Twitter.
Yeah. She's
mentioning like Elizabeth Warren. We're talking about the debates and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that Tulsi had a much
stronger presence.
Yeah.
Maybe not necessarily like a better debate per se. But you know what?
But
how can you call it a debate when she was really the only one that was debating? You know what I'm saying? Like, she was the only one that went after somebody and debated them like everybody else was just like talking. Like,
not gonna just let you say what you want to say. I'm gonna give you.
She challenged them. It was like, wait. You talking this war shit? Boom, that's my wheelhouse. I got you.
That's that courage, man. Tulsi is courageous.
Yeah.
She's not no punk, and because she's a military, where you can tell she's a real fucking grown up.
And she crazy too.
She's a real grown up on the shit. Like, like
in a good way. I'm saying, like, I'll be looking at her like, yeah, she'll fuck you up.
She'll take a chance. Like Tulsi is the same age as us.
Yeah. Exactly.
But she's a real fucking grown up. Like, I don't even know if I could be a congressman right now.
I couldn't either. Hell no, you hear I'm talking. Like, you trying to dress me, I don't know where no 3-piece suits and shit.
But she's a real, like, that's young for a politician. You know what I mean?
38, 39.
She's a real grown up. But I started to think about it. And Tulsi doesn't necessarily support the new Green New Deal. She has her own more aggressive environmental policy about getting off fossil fuels totally.
Totally, yeah. Hers
is more aggressive than the Green New Deal.
Yes, it is.
And I think AOC
is like, you're trying to
this is like, that's her bait. Like, this is what I want to be known for.
Yeah.
In this existential threat.
Yeah.
AOC brought us out through this shit. No, she's got ego.
No, I'm not against that. I was just thinking about like, is there a chance that AOC isn't as progressive as she is?
I think that she's I think she's definitely progressive. She's a progressive, but
as she portrays herself to be,
no, I think she's as progressive she portrays herself to be. That's why she will back and say that somebody like Elizabeth Warren had a great debate and not mention Tulsi. Tulsi's to the left of her.
So that means she's not that aggressive? Because I thought she was super
Tulsi's very progressive.
Yes.
She's like her, and with Bernie is just to her left. Bernie is just to her left.
Of Tulsi?
Yeah. Bernie is just, but look for this. Look for Bernie to go even further left.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
He's gonna go. There's nowhere to go. If everybody's copying what you do,
you gotta go crazy.
What did he do with the debt forgiveness? He started talking about it.
And he was like, "We gonna get everybody."
Warren said up to $50,000. He went left. No, everybody
all day long. That's what
he's not gonna let nobody go left for him.
True.
He's gonna roll it out. Right. You're not gonna outflank him. Like, you could be like, oh, he's a progressive, but this person's to the left of him, because they're looking for somebody to try to like jump with or steer or muddy the waters with when it comes to Bernie. Bernie, no one's going to the left of him.
Yeah.
Tulsi is just to the right of him.
In a lot of stuff, she has a way better foreign policy than him.
Right. I think on interventionalism, she is to the left of him.
Yes.
Because even though I think that Bernie is, I think that where there are red lines, like that in the debates, they use the term red line. Where's your red line? They kept
trying to get him with that. Where's the red line?
What would take you to go to war? What would it take for you to go to war?
Like, obviously, if they bomb me, like, we're gonna fucking
kill our troops.
If we got to do something about it.
She's still a military woman. She's not.
Well, no, that's
she can be with the shit and not want to just drive us into war.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to fight, but if a nigga, if I feel like it's gonna be a fight, I'm gonna bomb first. But in a war, if you bomb me first, then of course I'm gonna fucking retaliate. Like, that's like, what the fuck you want me to do? Go talk to you? Like, hey man, I know you tried to knock me out, but like, let's talk about this.
Right. And but I think that Bernie's red line is a little different. Like, Bernie is more likely to listen to people around him.
Yeah.
And to have and you got it, but he's got to keep in mind that these generals are bloodthirsty.
Oh yeah.
Because that's how they get remembered.
Well, that and they work for, a lot of them work for
the military
industrial complex.
And when they get out of the military,
no, I'm talking about when they get out. I'm talking about like the retired general and shit. Like, they get money from, they work for Raytheon, they work at GE or whatever the fuck.
Right. But if you act like you're a bitch while you're in the military, you're not gonna get the job when you get out. But if they're like, you know, and they're out, they study other warriors. They want to be Hannibal. They want to be Julius Caesar. They want to be these guys. They want to be Schwarzkopf. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, fucking Schwarzkopf, but Schwarzkopf got his war.
Yeah, he did. You
know what I mean? He was there, and that's what he's remembered for. Desert Storm. You know what I mean? That type of shit.
Yeah, my fault.
Schwarzkopf. Desert Storm. He's remembered for that. But they want to be Eisenhower. They want to be these guys. You feel me?
Yeah.
So they want a war. They're like, wait a minute, this is the war of my lifetime. You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's why they went in the that's why they're generals. Not why they went in the military, maybe. But if you're in the military long enough and you're committed enough, you know, to be a general, you want to be a general to command.
Absolutely.
And if there's no war to command, you're bummed out. You're bummed the fuck out.
For sure. So let's do this. So you want to I wanted to kind of go over something that I saw. It wouldn't be meme knowledge if we didn't mention a meme. So I want to talk about this meme that I saw, because it kind of encapsulates what is a major problem with the Democratic base, the Democratic Party, right? The division in the party. And I need to find it. You guys bear with me.
I have it too.
Oh, you do? Yeah. I mean, we can't show it out. You guys can check it out. I'll post it on the meme knowledge page. And we have the meme knowledge page up right now. It's on Instagram. You guys can check that out. And it's gonna be awesome. So this meme that I saw says, so it has a picture of a lot of the Democratic candidates that were in the debates, like Biden and Pete Buttigieg and Gillibrand and Cory Booker and all of them, right?
Right.
So it has a painting of them. Like, each individual's face is like painted and makes them look like very regal and
hopeful,
stoic and hopeful. They all look like that Obama poster.
Actually, they look like the cats from the Hunger Games.
Yes.
Like they're posing them in those kind of propaganda poses.
Like before, when they were going out to the games and they would have them like,
right, girl on fire and shit like that.
It's very terrible. So and it says, and the meme says, no matter who, let's stick together 2020. Now.
And they have some people who have no business being on the no matter who list.
You know, it's just it's basically every Democratic candidate, right? So it has Biden, it has Beto O'Rourke, who is fucking gag
worthy. Who needs to go home, by the way.
Like fucking terrible people, right? So they have him on this list, right? So, and as soon as I saw this, you the person I hit up, because I was like, this is a terrible idea. And it's basically I feel like they are, this wasn't, and mind you, I am in the group of people that think that people that are, and I don't want to sound ageist, but I'm just being real.
Mm-hmm.
I think that people that are 45, 50 and up aren't the most educated block of people when it comes to politics right now in America. They don't understand where politics are going. Generally speaking, I'm not saying they don't get any politics or anything like that. I'm just saying they just.
If you're in your 40s, 50s, hey, no offense.
Yeah, no, it's not. I'm not. It doesn't mean that none of them understand anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like there's stuff that I don't understand. I'm 37 about being 60. Like, it's just how it is. You know what I'm saying?
Bernie's 77.
Yeah, Bernie's 77. He's a shit. He's my favorite candidate. But I'm just telling you, like, just from my experience. There's science to prove this shit too. It's not like I'm just making this shit up. Like, so they don't have this, like, they are more about like identity politics.
Mm-hmm.
They're not really policy related. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the policies aren't really going to affect. Like if you are talking about free college for all to a 50-year-old, what the fuck does that matter to them?
Right.
For the most part, you know what I'm saying? To a 60-year-old, they don't give a fuck.
Only thing that matters is how much tax money is that going to cost?
Yeah, now they're talking about taxes. Healthcare for all. What does that matter? I got fucking all of them got healthcare.
Or a lot of them have. Or I'll have Medicare myself.
Medicaid in 2 years.
In 2 years or 5 years or 10 years.
Yeah.
So I'll have Medicare. So what
the environment. Well, I'll be dead in 20. Like, what the fuck does that matter to me? You know what I mean? Like, you just go down the line. Like, I'm not. This is just, you know. So, but they have gotten to the. This is what the establishment wants. Mm-hmm. They want you to think that. They want you to think that the thing that we need to do the most is get rid of Donald Trump.
Right.
They want you to fear Donald Trump as if racism didn't exist before Donald Trump, as if misogyny didn't exist before Donald Trump, as if nationalism didn't exist, violence against immigrants didn't exist. Like, they want you to believe that he's the worst and he's the existential threat that they tried to describe. That word is becoming redundant, and it's losing its vigor because of the way that we use it and we apply it to people like Donald Trump. And I'm like, Donald Trump is a symptom.
Absolutely.
He's not the fucking cause of what's going on in America.
Right.
And like I alluded to before, the cause is 40 years of neoliberalism, not Donald Trump.
Right.
Like, Donald Trump didn't start the problems that are happening right now in America.
And especially amongst the liberals in the Democratic Party. It started with Jimmy Carter and those Democrats.
Yep.
Okay. It started with them. It was backed up by Clinton and Obama. Those guys. Okay. You don't understand that the way that you beat Trump is not by propping someone up to seem as if they're a better alternative than Donald Trump.
Yep.
It's about actually remembering the shit that got us Donald Trump in the first place and counteracting that.
Yep.
And then putting someone else that understands that is the difference between, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those things that got us Donald Trump in the first place. That's why progressive. If the whole corporate Democrat thing, if the whole establishment Democrat thing was working so well, why the hell is there a progressive movement? You think that this shit just came out of nowhere? Like, people say, you know what? I just want to be different. No. There's people, this happened out of the same reason that you had something after Obama won. This is the same reason you had the Tea Party.
Yes.
Because the Republicans were shifting, even though the whole country was right, the left was actually pulling the shit.
Yeah. The 99%ers were like,
they were pulling shit left, and then there was a portion of the Republican Party that said, no, we're not going to beat Obama unless, or the Democrats, period, unless we start going to the right.
Further.
Yeah. And then they did it, and guess what? That little part of Tea Party, they weren't very successful in themselves, but they were very successful in pulling the party to the right. And when they did that, Republicans start to dominate the political landscape.
Absolutely.
And now when someone says we got to go left, and the progressives are trying to pull the party left, because I mean, win, lose, or draw, Bernie Sanders has done on certain levels. He's done his job.
Oh, for sure.
On certain levels, he's done his job.
Absolutely.
If Bernie Sanders, this is his lifetime thing, Medicare for all, I hope he gets to see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not just because I want Medicare for all, but I know this guy's been saying the same shit for 50 years.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't win this election, there's somebody that's at an Ivy League school. There's somebody that is at a regular school. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's people sitting in their living room. They're watching. They're looking. There's a young guy or a woman, you know what I mean, that is going to come up.
Yeah.
And he's going to be like, you know what? That with Bernie Sanders really resonated with me. Yep. And he is going to be Bernie Sanders, but he's going to have 50 years to fuck you guys up.
Yeah. He's going to
have the time. He's going to have the time.
And he's going to see the mistakes that Bernie made too, because Bernie ain't perfect. He makes mistakes too.
And he's going to like different places, like, other things. He's going to be all the stuff that people in the establishment have that you want to see from establishment candidate too. Like, he's gonna be young and charismatic. He's gonna have all that. He's gonna be black,
shit. Or she's gonna be a woman,
right?
Or she's gonna be something
and he's gonna have these progressive policies because Bernie is inspiring a generation of politicians. That's why most millennials are progressive.
No, absolutely, most millennials are progressive because millennials are more educated on politics because of these motherfuckers, because of the computers, because we don't watch CNN, we don't watch MSNBC, we don't watch Fox News, we don't read the Washington Post, we don't read the New York Times. Like that's not where we get our news from.
And guess what? Neither do our kids.
Yeah, my kids won't even know what CNN is. They'll never see it.
Right.
Like ever see that shit. So the thing that we need to, I want to encapsulate here, that to really drive home the point, is that if you are, I'm not a Democrat, you're not a Democrat. Like I don't vote. Like I registered as a Democrat last election cycle so I could vote for Bernie Sanders, but I've never registered as a Democrat in my life. I was a Democrat before that. Right. I don't identify as a Democrat. I'm not any blue dude. I don't give a fuck about the Democratic Party. I don't care if they die tomorrow. It has nothing to do with me. But we are in this fucked up system. We have a 2-party system. You said this the other day, which was awesome. You said that if you just took a piece of paper and laid out the Republican Party, took pictures of all the people in the Republican Party, all the politicians, not the base, you took all the politicians in the Republican Party, and you just put them on a piece of paper, it would just be a sea of white faces. Men mostly, 90% male, I'm guessing, something like that. Something like that. 98% white. Cool. Now, if you took a piece of paper and laid out the Democratic Party, it would have color in it. It would be, some of it would be female, some of it would be young.
It would be more representative of our nation, the melting pot, the United
States. And even though the Democratic Party ain't shit, the movement it's easier to make a move in that party right now than it is in the Republican Party is a lot. Like there's no black, none of that, no woman move, none of that shit. Gay rock, none of that shit. If you want to fight for any of that shit, you got to either create your own shit or go to the Democratic Party. It says, I'm not going to create a fucking party. I'm not powerful enough to create my own party. I'm just like, hey man, if you're in a Republican, I would vote for, if Bernie Sanders ran as a Republican, I would vote for Bernie Sanders. If AOC ran as a Republican, I would support AOC. If Rashida Tlaib was a Republican, if Ro Khanna was like these, I like these people. I don't give a fuck if it says D or R before their name. That's irrelevant to me. I don't have any allegiance to a fucking party. Right. That's weird shit. Like I don't practice tribalism like that. Like not on that level. Like that shit is dumb. That's corporate shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I love the Lakers. You know what I mean? Like that's fun. I'll practice tribalism in that regard. Like that's fun. It doesn't hurt anybody that I ride with the Lakers or the Celtics or the Spurs. Well, that's cool, right? But as soon as you start talking about politics and your whole thing is that we gotta defeat them. It's like no. We need to defeat those policies. Right. We need to defeat that system. Right. That system is fucking terrible. That's what we need to bring down. Right. Fuck the people. Right. I don't care if I don't give a fuck about the people in the party, the politics. I don't give a fuck about that. We need to be focused on what policies are we bringing to the table, who's bringing what to the table, how to push them. You want to call it left or forward, but I don't give a fuck. But we need to be moving in a direction that will help the majority of people in this country, in the world, if we can, because we do affect the world. America has like 150 some odd bases all around the world. America is they provide. I was just watching shit today. They fucked up Honduras. Like America has.
Where do you think the illegal immigrants are coming from?
From Honduras. That's a big place. But we should address that in a minute. So I personally think that as a progressive and as a person that wants to see real change, we need to lock in. We cannot afford to be on this any blue will do bullshit. I'm not even saying y'all need to vote for Bernie. I personally like Bernie. You like Bernie, cool. Whoever you like though, ride or die with them motherfuckers though. This any blue will do shit will get us fucked in the end. Trust me, that's the shit that's going to get Trump elected. That's the shit that's gonna have the Democrats losing. If they cheat again, we burn this motherfucker down. You see what I'm saying? Like no. We don't get fucked and then let them just get their way. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
That's right.
I don't understand that concept. So they cheat the person you wanted to win, and then you turn around and support the person that they fucking force fed you. And you think that that's a winning strategy.
All it would take for Bernie to win is for everybody that voted for him last time to vote for him again. He won 48 states last time.
Did he win 48 states?
He won 48 states in 2016. All you have to do is, if you supported Bernie last time, just support him again. That's all it really comes down to. The same people. Because there's way more people in the race now. And it's no clear cut, like.
Yeah, they're trying to push Biden down their throats.
They're trying to push Biden down their throats, but Biden is actually, Biden's gonna kill himself.
He already killed. He got killed. He did. Yeah, he tried to survive. That nigga got annihilated.
But I don't understand. That's why with the point that you just brought up, that's why I do not understand why people will get wrapped up in identity politics with so much at stake right now. Yeah. Like, are you really worried about
the race,
or the sex of the person that you're voting for? Right. All of those things. Those things do not matter when you start to understand that as people, we want the same things out of life.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Who is addressing the things that we all want out of life? When you talk about populist policy, you talk about a policy like Medicare for all. Medicare for all is really popular.
70% of Americans want Medicare.
Right, and 80% of Democrats.
Yep.
So if a politician gets up on that stage and tries to marginalize it or tries to hedge it or they're doing the same thing Obama did. You're going to end up with the same thing Obama got, a compromised, basically right-wing healthcare policy.
Absolutely. Can I ask this too? Because I asked this question. I'm going to ask this question to you because I know you'll be able to actually answer it. The person I asked it to wasn't able to answer it. What is the difference between Joe Biden and Donald Trump?
The difference between Joe Biden and Donald Trump is one has a D and one has an R.
Okay.
And not only that, Joe's probably a nice guy. Like, he's not gonna spit directly in your grill.
Yeah. I don't think Trump will either.
But the thing is, Joe Biden is actually to the right of Trump voters.
Way to the right of Trump voters.
You know, like I said, Donald Trump is pretty moderate conservative.
Yeah.
Biden is even more conservative than Donald Trump is. Donald Trump, Joe Biden is not. You know what? I'm just gonna say this about Donald Trump. I'm gonna say it before too, because I had to give people credit. I'm proud of the way he handled the Iran thing.
Oh yeah.
When we came to the brink and decided, like, he's kind of downplaying that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they made a mistake.
Yeah.
First he said they made a mistake, like he's gonna do something.
Yeah.
But then he was like, no, they made a mistake. Like, it must have been a mistake. If they knocked down that drone, it must have been a mistake. Like, you know what I mean? He's playing it off, and he didn't let these fucking
neocons,
as Tulsi calls them chicken hawks.
The chicken hawks
push him in the war. And I got to give him props for that because he did run an non-interventionist policy campaign, and he actually he's
acted on it right now.
He's actually being measured, and I think it's because I think the whole thing it kind of shows what the reason we're still in Syria is because they're tricking him into thinking that they still have to be.
No, I'm telling you that's why he wanted to bring people home. It's right when he got in, they were like, nah, they were like, wait. And you know who was pushing them to fucking fight? CNN, MSNBC, fucking World
running fake news on Assad's gassing his own people.
Yeah.
Come on.
That shit's crazy.
In a war he's winning, give me a break.
It don't make no sense. And I want to ask this. I mean, I want to say that too about and this ain't a. I'm just pointing out shit. If y'all like identity politics, I'm saying this right. So, who here honestly thinks that, like, if you had to like literally count, who do you think has more black associates, Biden or Trump?
I would probably say Trump.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just saying, since y'all like to. Like everything is about image and da. Like, y'all seen all the people that Trump rocked with before Trump ran for president. Literally, Trump hung out with all your favorite rappers, all your favorite black actors. He was in rap songs. Nigga was on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like all that shit. So
Joe Biden had to hire his black people.
Joe Biden had no black friends.
He had to hire.
Obama didn't even like Joe Biden. Obama felt sorry for the nigga. Looked around and was like,
why don't you see Obama jumping over, like, you know, doing the OJ on the Isotona commercial, jumping over chairs on the rental car commercial, jumping over chairs to endorse Joe Biden, his boy.
He don't like
that
shit was staged.
I'm staying neutral.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And Obama don't want to back another loser. He already had to back Hillary, and now he don't want to back Biden because he knows Biden ain't the front runner.
And he's like, if Hillary couldn't get elected,
there's no way this loser is getting elected.
Because honestly, the reason that Biden didn't run straight out the gate is because Hillary would have whooped his ass.
Oh, Hillary would have killed him. Yeah.
That's why he didn't run. Usually the vice president, like Bush,
if they're gonna
ran
run,
right behind Reagan on that popularity. Like,
War II.
Right, on the wave.
Yep.
He didn't run on the wave because Hillary would have whooped his ass.
I think he didn't run on the wave because he fell in line. I think they told him. But I think if he thought he could win, he would have ran. I don't think he.
That too. I don't think he thought
he couldn't. But that's what I'm saying. He couldn't win because the DNCC wasn't gonna back him. You see what I'm saying?
Because I forgot. Hillary actually loaned the money to the DNC.
She literally owns the DNC. Yeah, they're bankrupt. She gave them all the money. That's what it is. So he had no power there. Right. He had no power there. He had to do what he had to do.
They were already running Hillary's campaign before Obama's seat was cold.
Yeah, they were. She was the person. They were going to push her. But so with that being said, I just want everybody to be aware that what we need to do is we need to focus on. We need to be policy orientated. We need to be focused not on what a person looks like, or if they're articulate, or if they're pretty, or if they're handsome. Like. In a perfect world, I'll tell you my perfect candidate is a candidate that talks like Bernie but looks like Kamala. Like that would be dope. I would love fucking to vote for a real black woman, by the way. You know, a black woman that actually identifies as a black woman. That would be the dopest shit ever. You know what I'm saying? A fucking Turner.
Turner, definitely.
Yeah, Nina Turner. You give me a Nina Turner.
Hey, and
I'm like, fuck, let's go.
Who is on the short list for Bernie's vice president?
Yeah. If Bernie gets elected, nomination, and he's gonna, I think he's gonna pick somebody like Nina Turner. He's gonna pick a woman for sure. I think he already said that he's gonna pick a woman. Yeah. He's gonna pick a woman and a woman of color. I think the obvious choice is Nina Turner, but that's just me.
She's been a staunch supporter of Bernie. Yeah. She knows his, she's on his message.
And she got that message, boy. When she get up there and talk, nobody can deliver a speech like Nina Turner. Shit, if you ain't ever seen her talk, Nina Turner.
Go ahead and Google her, or go to YouTube, look her up.
That shit feel like you be a church nigga when she get to talking.
And not just her speeches, when she is on the big media.
Oh, the establishment network.
And they try to shut her down.
Oh my god.
She is sharper than she's sharp than a whip.
Yeah, she the shit. I love Nina Turner. Shout out to Nina Turner. I love her.
I love her. I love Presley. Yep. Shout out to my progressive black women that understand that get it. They're getting it right now.
Ilhan Omar, solid. All of them. Solid. Support them all day.
You got any comments?
Yeah, a couple here. Somebody asked what meme knowledge was. Thought y'all should answer that question. I think it's already addressed that, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'll address it. So meme knowledge is I'll be honest. So a long time ago, I when I used to like really get lit on the internet, like shout out to Soapbox before Soapbox gave me like a voice to before you could like readily share videos and whatnot. I used to go at it in text with motherfuckers like on the internet. Like I would get on Instagram and I would comment on posts and stuff like that. And I would go at it with like straight up trolls, like real life trolls. But one time I got into it with a dude who was pretty smart. And I don't remember what we were talking about, but whatever I was saying, it was like, to him, it was like not deep. And he told me, he was like, oh man, you got that meme knowledge. Like basically saying like all you just surface deep, like you don't really understand the nuance, you don't really have any history. And I don't even know if that was right or wrong at the time. You know what I'm saying? I just remember him telling me that, and I remember being like, that's funny. Like I was like, that's dope. And then I thought about it, and I was like, a lot of motherfuckers got meme knowledge. Like you can tell, you talk to them, they don't really have a full understanding of things. They don't really understand nuance very well. So they always stuck with me, and I was always like, I love that word, I love that phrase, meme knowledge. And to me, it was a natural thing to want to do a show like this, because what we want to do is we want to attack, or we want to help people. I don't want to attack the people, but we want to attack the ignorance, I want to say. But we want to give people information that they wouldn't otherwise have.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's our goal. That's why he's friendly to people. That's what he wants to do. He wants to help people out. we are here for you guys. We aren't, not to say like we know everything, like that's not what it is, but we good. You know what I'm saying? Like we get our information. You know, we know we're
informed. I got myself. I can go, you know, do whatever.
Yeah,
there's a lot of stuff I can be on the internet behind the camera doing.
We could be talking about sports and
Itchy and Scratchy show, whatever. We do whatever.
For sure. But we like to help people and we like to get the message out. So that's basically what
give me a hater.
We actually haven't had it tonight, folks. We gotten pretty lucky. It's all been positive.
Hey, you know what it is? It's that.
Shout out to the haters.
Shout out
we need y'all in
Tyrone Irvin, because what it is the last show shut shit down. That's what happened. All the haters were on the last show, and that last show shut shit down.
That shit was the player haters ball, man. That shit was crazy. Hey. There was a lot of hate going on.
Next nigga that comment on our thread getting shot. It was wild. It was wild.
But that was entertaining, by the way. I'm not saying we need to have every show be like that, but we need one of them shows.
They gotta go and put water in Buck Nasty's mama.
It was like 3 Buck Nasty last time. I was like,
hey,
man.
So it was so crazy that I'm watching the show and I'm like, man, this shit is going. It's going in, and then it just shut. I knew
where it was going. I can see that shit like a train wreck. It was. I seen it coming.
I don't watch this shit.
Shout
out to Tyrone. He knew just hey.
That nigga pulled the nigga said, "Where the plug?" Nigga gave the plug on the right.
He really pulled the plug on the show. There's a lot of stuff you can say on Soapbox Hero. A lot of stuff went down in the Soapbox Hero. Yeah. On the Soapbox, a lot of stuff went down. But that was getting crazy.
That was crazy. That was crazy from the gate. But that's how I know. So what's up? You got another comment for us?
Deborah Gorman would like to say you look handsome. I thought I'd shut that out.
That's why.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hey, baby.
Right. You know I couldn't let that comment.
I see you when I get home. Like my haircut. Got my haircut.
That's how you get faded as a moderator. She like, well, who's the one on the computer that didn't pass the message? Ty's in the building. Ty, what's good, man? You see you. Glad you're here. Glad you're here.
What's up, man?
He was kind of just agreeing with y'all fellas. Talk about Joe Biden still don't got no black friends. We all know Joe Biden ain't got
Joe Biden don't got no black friends. He don't kick it with Obama, man. But that's neither here nor there. So where did you want to go to next, man?
Okay, man. So look, let's just talk about we gonna go candidate for candidate.
Okay.
And we gonna say should they pack it up and go home? Do they get another chance, or are they someone that you think is going to emerge too? Okay. So let me pull up the candidate so I don't miss anybody.
I'll let y'all run anybody out to say you said some questions. I'll run the list down for you.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna start with let's start with the most talked about loser in the debate, Beto O'Rourke. Go there.
Pack it up and go home. Yeah. And the reason you need to pack it up and go home is because nobody wants to hear your bad Spanish. And all you're doing is the same thing that we thought you were going to do, the same thing that got your ass whooped by Ted Cruz, which is platitudes, nothing substantial, and you suck on immigration, and you're from Texas. Pack it up.
Your name Beto, it's not really Beto. Like, so you pandering like a motherfucker.
Didn't he used to be in a rock band or something?
I mean, he would be in a rock band.
No, he used to be like the bass or the drummer for like a famous rock. Like he's a famous
rapper. Yeah, interesting. I never knew that. Yeah. I don't fuck with Beto. Beto could be gone.
Bye.
All right. Our next candidate to discuss, Cory Booker.
Pack it up and go home. Why do we need Cory Booker if we got Kamala Harris? They both can't really. They're both the same person. Just one's a man, one's a woman. And I think Kamala's got his number. I think he should go home.
I'm gonna say he should stay for another debate. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. I don't trust anything Cory Booker says, so it's not like this is not I think
some people gotta stay.
You know? Yeah. No, I'm just saying like he should for anything else entertainment value. But he did really well to me in the debate, so I wouldn't say that he should leave based on that. I don't want to lump him in with the losers because he wasn't a loser.
He needs to stop showing up places without Rosario Dawson.
That's another thing I want to see him because I don't know if she might show up.
She's a movie star. She's a movie star. Dude, work every angle you can right now to get some popularity.
But she a Bernie supporter, by the way.
She supported Bernie, but I'm sure she's not.
I think she still supports Bernie.
That's probably why she don't show up with him nowhere.
Because she's out there with Linda Salzer or whatever.
She's like, go and do your shit, but she's not going with you.
She ain't fucking with Bernie. I mean, she ain't fucking with that.
Hey, if I was him, if that's your woman, I'll be like, look,
you can vote for wherever you want.
You can vote for whoever you want, but I need you to come with me. It's like Maria Shriver with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah. He would bring Maria around because people like Maria. She's popular.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look. Bring her around, dog. Yeah. It's gonna help you. It ain't gonna hurt you.
But I don't think, I don't think he should. I think he should be. I think he should stick around for at least one more. Okay. I got it for one more.
I think he should pack it up and go. But
all right, our next one we're gonna discuss, obviously Delaney.
What? He's still running?
Yeah.
Pack it up and go home. I'm a Californian. California has spoken on your ass already.
They booed you already, brother. You should. I don't even know what the fuck you doing. Yeah, Delaney is all to me, him and Hickenlooper, their whole ploy, their whole angle in here is we're not socialists. We're not so like that's all they want to tell you is we're not socialists, right? But
or we don't want Medicare for all, but we want universal health care. It's like you guys are not. That's not the way, man. Y'all I don't understand.
Yeah, they don't have any policies to put forth. So yes,
sound very wah right there, very wah. Yeah, like if you want option A, do you want option B?
Right, and leave a comment if you know anything that Delaney really running on stands for that you agree with. Just bring it, just put it on there.
Yeah, I would like to know.
I like to know.
I don't know nothing about him that I like. That's for sure.
He's an outsider anyway. He should stay outside.
So I'm not even gonna ask y'all. I'm gonna just say Hickenlooper pack it up just because.
Yeah, Hickenlooper by default because him and Delaney both need to be tied to the same.
Yeah, right. Like
they should be packing each other's up. You go pack my shit up.
Help each other.
Right. Help each other move to the movie, man.
Interesting one. Yang, Andrew Yang.
Keep going, Yang. Keep going, Yang. UBI is something interesting, and even I don't think. And I said this to you earlier. I don't think Yang's running to win. I think he's running to pull the party left on UBI.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think when he said he was inspired by Bernie, that's exactly what he meant. Bernie was trying to pull the party left, even though he didn't win, he succeeded in doing
it. You hear
Yang is that kind of. He's smart enough to see that. Yeah. That you don't have to win an election. And I think by pulling the conversation UBI, bringing the conversation to the table, he's setting himself up. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw Yang run in 2024, for instance.
Or something else. Or run for a different office.
Or run for a different office or something else with UBI. Or try to do it on a state level to kind of get
I think he can win something on the state level for sure.
Right.
I definitely think Yang should stay.
I think Yang get a cabinet seat.
Maybe. I think Yang should stay, and I think that even though as far as being like he sucks in every other thing to me. Like there's nothing that I really
want to hear from him
other than about UBI, which is universal basic income for those that don't know UBI. So basically his whole idea is he thinks that every family in America deserves $1,000 for every adult.
Every adult, right?
Every adult, yeah. For every adult, they get $1,000 for every family gets $1,000 for every adult. So, monthly. So
for life.
He has him and his wife are in the house. They get $2,000 on top of whatever money you make. So for the rich people, $2,000 a month, they can change their lifestyle because they're already rich. But if you're making $45,000 and I kick you up to
36
to 30, you know, to 40 to 50, you know, to $57,000 or whatever, like that
change your life.
That change your life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Especially if it's tax deductible.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna get hit with $2,000 and then they just gonna put you in a different bracket and take away more taxes, then what the fuck?
But if it's tax deductible, you know what I mean? Yeah. And he is also for things like Medicare for all.
He is, because he understands that with UBI, there's no use in just giving somebody $2,000 a month so they can pay medical expenses. Like that's crazy. Like
he's not for universal college, but he does have different ways and different plans. Just from hearing on him on radio and on the internet for reducing the cost of college. Yeah. He thinks college is a waste of time. Honestly, he don't think people should go to college, but that's because he is a serial entrepreneur.
Yes.
And he is an internet entrepreneur. He teaches people how to make money on the internet.
With outside of school, which I understand that.
He thinks, and he understands the automation because in school they're still behind the automation curve.
Yes. On
a lot of things, a lot of trades that they're teaching people going to trade school. They're behind the automation curve, and his whole thing is that automation is going to be taking a lot of people's jobs sooner than later.
Yeah.
And that $1,000 a month is more of a dividend. He calls it a freedom dividend, which is a great name.
Yeah.
Way to market it. Is a dividend on the investment that America is going to be making in this new technology, which makes fucking perfect sense.
Yeah, it does.
And he wants, come on, man. It makes a lot of sense. Only thing that I would say is a drawback on Yang is, I think well, a lot of ugly people that's running, but he is he's an undercover libertarian.
100%.
Because he's going to be using the UBI for another more nefarious thing, which is to cut social programs.
Yeah.
And if someone is getting social help already, giving them an extra $1,000 a month is not going to benefit them if you're cutting the welfare behind that, or you're cutting their food stamps behind that, or you're cutting them.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Daycare or whatever. They're getting help with daycare. You give them $2,000 and then you're like, but you got to use the $2,000 to pay for daycare.
Right. Like, that's one of the ways that he proposes to pay for UBI. That's not going to work. It's not going to work that way.
Absolutely not.
But keep at it, Yang, man. You are changing minds because on the internet, especially among the young people and stuff like that, you're very popular. And if it ain't in the cards for you right now, trust me, there's another thing, like I said with Bernie, there's some little boy right now that's listening to Yang and it's like, oh yeah,
I'm gonna get my fucked up there.
UBI, yeah, I'm coming in. Right.
I don't know much about him, so I figure you gentlemen might be able to put me on Bullock.
Who?
Bullock.
Bye, Bullock. Bullock is the dude from Colorado. He's the
I remember
the governor.
Yeah, I remember. He was in the first debate.
He's the pass torch guy.
Yeah. No.
He's the second debate.
No, that's Swalwell.
Oh, that's Swalwell.
That's Swalwell.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the governor of Colorado.
Yeah.
Bullock.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck Bullock is. I think Bullock was in the first debate. I think he was in the first debate, but I don't know. I could be.
Stick around. Who knows? You hear more from me. There's no reason. I can't say just leave. He might have some.
The jury's out on. We'll say jury's out.
No, I'm gonna say get the fuck out of here because I would know who he was if he had anything fucking worth saying. Because there was a couple names I remember being in the first one, and I was like, who the fuck is this? You know what I mean? Like, how the fuck did they qualify? And then, so he was probably one of them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so about that. How about Bennett?
Who?
Bennett.
There we go.
Bennett.
Mm-hmm.
Who was that?
Bennett is.
Were these people that actually run the debate?
Yeah,
These are people that are actually running.
Bennett was in the debate. He was in the first debate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he's a corporate. He's very, very corporate Democrat.
Okay.
Bye, dude. He's polling at 1% probably. He's out.
Swalwell, you already said Colorado, right?
Yeah, that's the path torch dude.
Mm-hmm.
Swalwell, he's trying to run that angle like it's time for the young people to lead, or we're built to lead.
Which is a jab at Bernie.
And it's like Bernie said during the debate. It's not about your age, it's about the ideas. It's about new ideas. You guys have old. He's
young and has old ideas, and he's a centrist. So who gives a fuck what Swalwell thinks? Like,
right.
He's terrible.
You're not saying nothing new. Back it up.
But what I did like was when he slapped down Pete Buttigieg when he was talking about how he should have fired the chief of the police.
When the dude should have.
He said he should have fired.
You do know that he did fire the black police officer.
No, when he first came in, he fired the black police officer. I mean, the black police chief. And then, first he tried to get him to resign. The black chief was like, nah. Well, he was going to. He was like, I'll do it. And then he changed his mind, didn't resign, and then they pushed him out. And then they put the white dude in there that's in there now. And then something tragic just happened. Police officer shot.
And now you got guys thinking they can turn their body cam off.
Yeah, he turned his body cam off, and then
ain't nothing gonna happen.
So word on the block is to interject on Mom about Buttigieg. It just keeps getting worse. The hits keep coming because the president of the local union of the police officers liked it to say he's only using this to further his political career as president. I don't know if that's not true, but I can tell you right now that it's hurting him where he lives, and it's hurting him in Iowa. So,
Indiana. What?
He's using the spotlight
from the shooting.
He didn't want this to happen.
He didn't want to bring it up.
This is terrible.
But they're saying that he's using the racist angle to make it sound as if the systematic racism in the police department.
Right. But if they ask you, like they asked me on a debate stage, why, even though South Bend is 26% black, you only have 6% is police officers, and you say I wasn't able to get it done. I'm glad you brought that up, but because you brought that up and you weren't able to get it done, why the fuck did I think you're going to be able to get anything done
for me
in that area as a president?
Yeah. So that brings me to the next question: stay or no?
Buttigieg?
Do we boot him or do we?
Buttigieg?
Yeah.
Stay. Well, he doesn't have a reason to leave. He's running in the top half of the shit.
Do I like Buttigieg? Absolutely not. But should he stay just based on how he's polling it before? Of course he should stay. Like
there's apparently some people that want to see him there still. He did take a big hit.
He did, but he raised $22 million in the last quarter.
He did do that.
Right. It's early, and he has really. This is probably the worst thing that could have happened to his campaign.
Think happened early. Thinking
it happened early.
This is the work that could. I mean,
there's all to do. Fucking gentrification. He pushed out all the black people out of their homes.
Yeah, but we know these things about him.
It hasn't come out yet. Now in the debates, we know these things about him. Yeah. America does. He's a fucking mayor of South Bend.
Yeah.
Nobody knows this shit about him unless you're really paying attention.
Yeah.
The thing people know about him is that he's gay. He speaks like 19 different languages, and he was in the army.
And he's super smart.
Apparently, he's super smart. He is really smart.
Yeah,
he is. He looks like Dexter's Laboratory, but just
he speaks Spanish, but he went at the debate speaking Spanish.
He didn't speak Spanish at the debate, which proves how smart he is. And I'm sure he can speak it better than any of the non-Spanish speaking, Spanish speaking people there. For sure. He can speak it better than fucking Beto O'Rourke. Beto O'Rourke sounded like me speaking Spanish. Like I was like if you just gave me something right now to read in Spanish, it would be terrible.
I like the fact that, about Buttigieg, I like the fact that he's honest. Like, no, listen, this is what I mean. When everybody was talking about in the Democratic Party, when the first people started jumping in, what were they all saying? We're not going to take corporate PAC money. Kamala Harris said it. She took corporate PAC money.
Warren said she would take
Booker said she wouldn't.
Warren said she would take
Warren said she would in the general.
In the general, yeah.
She still took it before the general.
True.
Buttigieg, when they asked him, he said, yeah, I'm taking it.
Yeah.
Off top, I'm taking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so what?
The man from South Bend.
Yeah, and so what? I'm taking it.
Yep.
All right, so your next one, De Blasio.
Stay.
I was impressed with him at the debate.
Yeah. He really only said one thing that got under my skin, which was the red baiting, the Russia Spygate bullshit, Russiagate bullshit. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
The Russians are the biggest geopolitical threat.
If you tell me that Russia is our biggest threat, I instantly think that you are like the biggest establishment tool in the I instantly am like, what the fuck are you talking about?
And there were only a couple people that pulled that Russia shit.
And the reason why is because there are so many more. I mean, the thing that I don't like about that question is that nobody is a threat to America outside of America. Like, let's just keep it 100. Nobody is a threat. Nobody gives a fuck. Like, if America
economically, the Chinese do pose a threat, but that's because they're running programs because they're able to mobilize a better economic force. Because while real wages go down in the United States, their real wages for their people have gone up 400%.
Yes, and
the people are getting rewarded for their hard work out there.
And in China, they're not fighting 10,000 wars across the country, so their money can go back into their country.
Absolutely,
they're building up their country. But in America, we're like, if we go to war with Iran, I think our fucking whole system would collapse because it would be crazy.
This ain't like the 40s where people will just start going to factories making bombs and shit.
Niggas ain't doing that.
No, it's not like that.
I'm not going to work in no fucking factory.
And it's in Iran, a war in Iran, with our way, because our military is more of a lean, like we got a lot of equipment, we don't got a lot of people.
Yeah.
Look for a draft, because it's gonna be a long ass war.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, not. They wouldn't.
I mean, as far as it is right now, America's the only country with actual military installations on other people's
like everywhere.
So
no, Russia has them. Russia has them around too. China has them around too. But yeah, for the most part, China. Yeah.
We have when we talk about the Middle East, where the staging of that war would be, which is in the Middle East, we dominate the Middle East.
Yeah, we got
especially Iran, 100%. Around Iran.
So yeah, absolutely.
All right, next one on the list, we're gonna go to. I haven't hit the ladies up, so I'm gonna start with one. Gillibrand.
No,
bye.
Get the fuck out of here.
When she had to, you know what? I admired the fact that she was trying to fight for her life from the top of that debate, because she already knew she was the odd person out to get buried, but there was nothing she could do. She was getting swallowed by the machine, because she's corporate, but it's almost like if you have Kamala Harris, who was standing next to her, why the hell do you need her? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Go back and defend your Senate seat before while you still have one.
Yeah.
That's what it really comes down to. Yeah, we need her, people that are gonna just go along with the music.
Yeah. Whatever.
The party line caps like her. We need you in the Senate. Yeah. Go back and defend your Senate seat.
Mm-hmm. Until we can get a real progressive in there, but
Julian Castro.
Stay.
Yeah, stay for sure.
Impressive in the debates. Mm-hmm. I love his stance on immigration. He brought up something that nobody else brought up. See, that's like what makes you different. He wants to repeal 1325. Mm-hmm. The same thing that's got people in these camps in the first. See, he's going to the source.
Yep.
And then he shows up actually at the camp to see the kids.
Not the source, but yeah.
You know what I mean? 1325 is the reason they're taking the kids.
No, I'm saying
they're separating the families. Basically.
I'm saying the immigrants wouldn't be there.
Right. Yeah, so but he also mentioned that.
He did. No, he did.
And he's the only one talking about Puerto Rico.
True. Strongest. First place he went to, he said, with the Puerto Rico, as he put it. He would say Puerto Rico, like white people like me. People who don't speak Spanish.
Right. He is the strongest candidate on immigration. Immigration is a hot button topic. Stay.
Yeah, for sure. He should stay.
All right, let's go with another one of the women.
And he smacked Beto's ass on.
He did smack Beto. That was the best thing. That was the best thing he did. That was the best thing he did was smack the fuck out of Beto. I was like, oh my god,
because they're both from Texas. They're both from Texas, and they know each other well. And when the immigration thing came up and Castro started talking about immigration, Beto tried to piggyback off of it, and he almost like gave him like, "Beto, don't even fucking try that shit." Yeah, you know, I know what your record is on immigration.
I mean, you know, it's almost like Beto's from Dallas, and you know, Julian's from El Paso. He just knows a little bit more about.
For sure,
he's like, that's all. The immigration thing is right in my backyard, literally. Like,
yeah. All right, next lady on the block, or next lady on the chopping block, or move forward, Williams.
Yes.
I want to hear.
No. I was going to say. So for entertainment value, I need her to stay. For political, when she started talking that, she gonna harness love to fight the hate.
The thing is, look, we get it, but this is like this. Okay, Marianne Williamson is talking in what like a God mode. She's like above the fray, and she's looking down on the earth, and she's saying, "That's immoral. That's wrong.
Yeah.
We need to."
But you're talking to monsters, though.
And not only that, nobody knows what the fuck that means.
That too. You have to give them what it means first.
You're pontificating and you're dealing in theory. But there are certain political theories that are already at war here. Mm-hmm. You can't throw in a different theory, and because people are going to get confused and they're not going to understand how your policy matches up with that theory.
Yeah, how do you fight it with love, politically speaking?
What the fuck does that mean?
Implement a love policy, like everybody hugging each other?
I understand. We understand that. We understand that. Donald Trump is doing immoral things.
Yes.
But morality is so subjective in a lot of ways that. You know, because there's people that think that he's becoming the next coming of like Cyrus, the fucking, they compare him biblically. There's people praying for Donald Trump every day, and you know what I mean, and that type of shit.
I think he is in the Bible somewhere. Like if you believe in, I don't believe in the Bible, but I think
there's people like him. There's a lot of people.
He's a fucking tyrant. There's a lot of tyrants in the Bible.
Right. He's a totalitarian. He's a
Herod.
Well,
I'll
say this. He's an authoritarian.
Absolutely.
And he wishes he could be Kim Jong-un. He wishes he could be Putin. He wishes he could be like something like Assad or something. He wishes he could do that.
Rule with an iron fist.
He wishes he could be like one of those guys. You know what I mean?
He's one of those type of people that looks at the whole system that he's in right now, where it is with the Supreme Court, the House and the Senate. That's trivial to him.
Like, why do I have to go these guys?
He's what's his name? He's a Joaquin Phoenix in Gladiator.
Definitely.
He baby definitely. Yeah. He's like, this Senate, I don't understand. I don't want to listen to him. I want to get. I'm like, no, you gotta listen to the motherfucker.
Right. Like, why do I have to go through this? Being president is hard.
He walks in and fires the whole board. Like, because one board member decided that they didn't want to vote with him.
You mean to tell me that if I want to implement these policies, the press is gonna fucking tell the people, and I can't do it behind their back? Man, so I gotta undermine the press. Man, fuck the press. He wished everybody would just go away. If he didn't have to do those press conferences, if they didn't have to have a press secretary, he would have never fucking do it again.
But can we be fair? The difference, this is what I was talking about earlier with neoliberalism and neoconservatism, is that Obama actually did lock up journalists. Like Trump, they have Julian Assange locked up. Right. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But Obama started that gangster shit though. He started more of the press was locked up under Obama's tenure as president than any other president before. So he started the trend. Right. Same thing with the fucking immigration shit. He started the trend. That's the proof right there that if you get a person like that, it's gonna get worse, but also not get better.
And also you could see it because basically when Trump first came into office and Trump ran on and he was talking about the press and fake news, the other people in the world realized, so we can basically do the same shit we just saw America do.
Yes.
That's why you saw the Turkish guy come up missing.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, he wasn't Turkish.
Yeah, but he was in Turkey. That's what happened.
He was in Turkey.
And the Saudi Arabians hacked his ass to death. Yeah, they could hack his ass to death, and they knew Trump wasn't going to say shit.
Yeah.
He was in America because they wanted to kill him.
I don't know why y'all mad at old boy. It's not like it was our country.
No, they're gonna be like, we don't know if he's actually dead. He was saying all that shit.
Yeah, but then they admitted to kill him.
They have the live audio from where they cut the dude up.
Oh yeah, it's proven. They had the whole shit outside the embassy where
they brought him out in the
suitcase. He came and then the deaf dude came.
And the dude walked out with the hat to make it look like he left dressed like him, had his clothes on and walked out. I was like, this is this shit is some Mission Impossible shit.
He knew they was gonna do something. They might do something to him. That's why when he left with his girlfriend. He left his girlfriend sitting right there outside the embassy.
Yeah.
Wait for me, I'll be right back. If I don't come out, tell the press. Call whoopie whoop.
You know what this is.
You already know this. I'm dead. Call such and such.
The keys to the safe is an XYZ. Tell my boys I ain't coming home.
But there's been a time of the press. But yes, Obama did start that. There's a lot of people that are political prisoners that you don't fucking know about.
Oh yeah.
And almost
Guantanamo Bay was supposed to get shut down under Barack's term twice. Right. He promised it twice. When he got reelected, he promised it. Yeah. Guess what?
You don't even know that. You don't know who's in Guantanamo. We don't know. No. They don't talk about it anymore. The press swept it under the rug. You don't talk about it.
You think they're torturing folks still? Yeah. They're torturing.
You think there are rogue factions going you know what I'm saying? There's regular ass people in Guantanamo Bay. The majority of the people in Guantanamo Bay are probably just regular citizens that just said something wrong or fit the profile. They probably who
round up at a certain area and be like, these
are the splash story is always going to be somebody in a turban, but trust me, y'all boys ain't wrong.
No, it's black people in that motherfucker. It's probably black militants in that shit. It's a gang of people.
That's Angela Davis. She'll tell you. She'll tell you.
It's Cuban people that they, you know what I mean?
Yeah, all shit in there. Yeah, y'all don't.
I'm sorry to get y'all off the subject, fellas. The next one is gonna be Klobuchar.
Klobuchar, no, get the fuck out of here.
What you didn't say? She didn't say anything.
I can't remember two things she said. Can't recall. I remember Gillibrand shit, but I don't.
I remember Gillibrand trying to jump on.
It was the women shit with her. Her shit was women as a woman, and she was doing this shit, and I was like,
I'm not down for Medicare for all, but I wrote the part.
I wrote the first part of it. I was like,
I wrote the part that bridged the gap between. You know what I mean? Yeah. But this, you want to stay with the thing. You want to stay with the public option part. You want to cut out the part where we actually get the Medicare for all. Everybody that said we want access for everyone, doesn't want Medicare for all. Everybody that talked about the public option, but as a pathway to Medicare for all, doesn't want Medicare for all.
Because you would just give it to them or you wouldn't. That's
everybody and Joe Biden, we did a lot with Obamacare. First of all, but anyway, anybody that wants to expand Obamacare. They don't want Medicare for all.
If you want to expand Obamacare,
because Obamacare left 40 million people without.
You're going to get smashed by Donald Trump.
Healthcare. So there you go.
All right, next up, Messel.
Who?
The song. Messel.
Who?
Let me see. See the name.
Who? Messel.
He wasn't there. That's what I'm saying. Some
he didn't make it. He didn't make it to the
Yeah, some of these people didn't make the stage.
That was the dude.
Well, there we go.
That's
an easy one then. That's a no-brainer.
It was only that's the dude that ran for mayor of Florida in Florida or governor of Florida and lost, and then
That's
I know what I did see.
Yeah, he tried to run for president. He didn't make it.
Yeah, Inslee. Jay Inslee should stay. He has a good message.
Definitely. We need as many strong climate change candidates
because they barely talked about that shit in the second election.
And if he doesn't win the nomination, right? Mm-hmm. Which I don't think he will.
He won't.
Energy secretary. Dog.
Yeah, he'd be cool. Yeah, a lot of those, because that's what was happening in the Republic. You guys remember because it's the last presidency. So what's his name? Not King. What's the black dude's name?
The other Republican?
Republican black dude, the doctor.
Ben Carson.
Ben Carson, janky ass. So Ben Carson ran, and look where he's at. He's in charge of nigga shit. HUD.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He over there digging us with our HUD.
I thought that was the dumbest shit because I never understood how would he even know anything about that.
He's black.
Because he's black. You ain't a doctor of housing. How did you? What is what was his professional? I've asked that question too. Like, what in your professional background gave you the ability to run housing and urban development?
What it is you don't have to run housing urban development. You have to run Trump's policy on housing urban development. They want to be black.
I was gonna say he grew up in the hood.
Nah, that nigga did not grow up in no hood. That nigga did not grow up in no hood. You see how high he wears, man? That nigga wear mom jeans. There's no way. There's no way with a belt. He wear mom jeans with a belt with a shirt.
That nigga's a Seventh-day Adventist.
Yes, so he grew up in a lot of things, but he did not grow up in the hood.
No, he didn't grow up in the hood. He grew up black. That shit reminds me of that episode of The Office when they picked when Michael picked Stanley to play basketball. and he was just like, of course I got Stanley. And then Stanley was like, what the fuck, I'm trash. Like that's what I feel like.
You know what to do. Jump the shoot, jump the rod.
Like, dude, Ben Carson is terrible. He don't know what the fuck he's doing. But that's what I think a lot of these candidates are doing. They're trying to position themselves for, position, because I think Jay Inslee actually does care about the climate.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I do think that he would do good things to change the climate.
From Washington, I'm sure he does.
Yeah, I said he really did. We gonna look that up because I'm telling you, I feel like he grew up.
How long was he in the hood is the question, because I know people.
If he did grow up in the hood, guess what? He's in his 60s. He hasn't been to the hood in decades.
Yeah. I don't think after his formative
18. That's
who's next?
All right. Ryan made it.
No, get the fuck out of here.
Ryan is a warmonger, a bloodthirsty warmonger. Tulsi exposed him and slapped his ass up.
Yep.
Period.
Down.
All right. Well, it was a quick and easy one. Now we're getting on more familiar names. We're going to start with Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe. Yeah, he has to stay. He took a tumble.
Yeah, but he's still a front runner.
I would say it like this. I'm gonna get a little more interesting with y'all about this. For the front runner, do you think they have an honest chance? Is the question I'm gonna ask. Because we obviously.
Does Joe Biden have an honest chance?
Does Joe Biden have an honest chance if he gets his nomination against Donald Trump?
To be Donald Trump?
No. That's the question. That's one of these. We know the one
if he does, it'll be close as fuck.
I don't think he has a chance.
And it would be on the strength of people just hating Donald Trump, not on the fact that they love and choose Joe Biden.
I don't see it happening.
I don't see it happening because the Republicans are going to be very, very engaged against somebody like Joe Biden. And if Trump says that he wants to run against you, why would the fuck?
Well, he said he wanted to run against Bernie too, and I know that's a lie.
That's a lie. But he said he'd rather run against Biden than Hillary.
Now I will say this: do that with the top people. I like that.
But yeah, the Biden, go ahead, kick it. Almost all the top people stay.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We passed the whole whether the thing should stay because we were talking about the iffies. We were talking about the iffies.
Yeah, the fences.
Now we're talking about can the people that we're talking about now actually be the big orange, the big Asian orange. That's what we gotta work on. We gotta work on
the big orange.
So let's move along to
Jesse Peterson. Great White Hope.
Say Tulsi Gabbard. I was looking through the list. We'll say Tulsi Gabbard.
Tulsi should stay, absolutely.
Tulsi should stay.
I don't know if she's going to be able to. I don't know if she's going to get the money to stay.
Right. I don't know if she's going to make it to the. So, well, the second stage has got the same.
It's the same thing. Yeah.
So if everybody that gave money the first,
I gave money to her already. I give her $5.
Yeah. Contribute to her campaign. That's it. If she makes it back to the next debate, if she doesn't make it back to the next debate, still stay in the race.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
But you know what I mean. But or if she does think about dropping out of the race, throw your support behind Bernie.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that Tulsi has the most crossover appeal of all the candidates because I saw her on Tucker Carlson. I watched that shit. It was funny. Like she's been on there a few times, but like I was like basically he was like saying, why is she the lone voice of reason? You know what I'm saying? Right. And stuff like that. And
well, Tucker been nutting up lately.
Yeah,
sometimes he really just
when it comes to war, Tucker is fucking
told Trump don't
go to war. And they literally said Tucker Carlson stop that war, which is amazing to think.
That's a good way to go down in history.
Yeah,
read about it in his book.
Yeah, I for that alone, I fuck with Tucker on that. Like that type of shit alone makes me like fuck with that.
He got it right on Venezuela.
He got it right on Venezuela. So he's actually out here saving lives. And Tucker Carlson ain't shit. Don't get me wrong. He's a piece of shit.
He fucks it up for a lot of shit.
He's 99%
but when you're talking
shit.
About interventionalism, he's right where he's
anti-interventionalism. But he had Tulsi on there, and his crowd loves Tulsi. Just like libertarians, a lot of right-wing people like Andrew Yang.
Right.
They have that crossover appeal. So she's not one of the most viable candidates at all. But if she ran against Trump, she would eviscerate Trump. I think she would beat Trump in a landslide if she ran against Trump.
She's charismatic, she's courageous, and she's got the thing was stand up. The thing was Trump. He's gonna try to mess with you. You gotta have guts. Hillary didn't really have guts. She wasn't expecting. It was almost like you wasn't expecting this dude to get irreverent. Like you really said that shit on.
But they're cousins.
Right.
How the fuck didn't she know this?
But it's like you didn't expect him to say it on TV. Like off the camera, like, oh yeah, whatever, bitch, whatever, right?
Yeah.
This dude got in the debate and was like, no. And
your husband's a rapist.
And would get on TV and say, you know what? He probably was telling her before, like, hey, watch this bitch.
Yeah.
They sending over rapists. I'm gonna get away with saying the shit that you wish you could say, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, he did it. Yeah.
And he did that shit.
He did that, and also Trump doesn't have anything on Tulsi. Like he doesn't have anything he can bring up on her.
You can't even make a good nickname. Like you can't even make a good nickname. And then you know what?
She's a woman.
She's stupid poised too. You're not gonna get her off her square.
Tulsi,
that's that spirit of aloha.
She got that best
She be like,
Tulsi is off. And I mean, and like I said, Tulsi is off. She literally, when I watch her, I get like scared. Like I get like chills. I'm like, oh man, she'll whoop your ass, man. She don't care. Like she got the heat with her. Like that's how I feel about her. Like I really utterly, like I respect her. Like as like a, you know what I'm saying? Like as a problem, like oh yeah, she got that presence. Like
it's almost like she would look at Trump and be like, oh, he's like imagine him in her mind as an Oompa Loompa or something.
Yeah.
And then she's just like, cool. Like why would I get?
No, she was.
Why would I get mad at a little kid like like she's literally envisioning people as babies.
Why was she doing like how they did on the Water Boy, where she's like cross the dice?
This poor person, they don't understand that war kills people. They're so done. Oh man, she just feels sorry for them. Like
Tulsi would definitely smash on Trump.
She's got the mental toughness.
And she will more than anything that though, she has the policies, which that's what you know what I'm saying. Like her policies are strong.
I think policy wise, a lot of Democrats, a lot of these guys can beat Trump, but making their everything and keeping it and staying on your square.
I don't think. I'll keep going. I don't think a lot of them could beat him on policy.
All right, now we down to what about like 2 or 3 more?
Yeah.
Let's jump right into Kamala Harris.
Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure. She has to stay.
Yeah.
No, I
think she
we know she's gonna be there.
Oh, yeah.
I think
we asking.
I think she
can she be the man of this fight?
I think she could beat Trump.
I
do.
I think she would get torn apart, and the reason why is because Trump's claim to fame is pointing out your hypocrisies.
Yeah.
He is Teflon Donnie. You can't point out his hypocrisies.
He knows
he wears them on his sleeve. He don't give a fuck. They're all over him. He's cloaked in them all day long. His base already knows he grabs him by the pussy. His base already knows that he's racist. His base already knows he hates black people. Like his base already knows these things. It's like when Jay-Z and Nas was beefing, right? And this is why I always said Jay-Z won that beef, because Jay-Z showed me things about Nas that I never fucking thought about. I always thought Nas was like a straight up dude. He was always an intellectual and yada yada yada.
He thought you know, super pro black. You think he's like, yeah. Like, oh, Nas.
And then that nigga said, "Shorty, you black girl lost a shorty owe you for ice," and Nas was like, yeah, that's a contradiction. Yeah, that's weird. And
he's like, hey, the Twin Towers drop out the first in line.
Yeah. Like he pointed out like things that Jay-Z did, and I was like, yeah, Nas might not be that conscious as I thought he was. Right. He exposed something about him, right? Jay-Z is a flamboyant, money hungry, yada yada. So all like, what can I say about him, right? Like we already know that about him. Like nigga, like we already know the nigga about bread or whatever. That's what he is. There was nothing he could say to me about Jay-Z to make me think worse about him, right? Because I already didn't think highly about Jay-Z anyway. I just liked him as a rapper.
Ether did fuck him up though.
Not to me. I think Ether was stupid. I think Ether was a dumb song because all Ether did was bag on. All he did was bag on Jay-Z. He didn't expose Jay-Z for anything. He just bagged on him. Said your lips is big. Nobody liked you when you was younger. You can't get no pussy. It was shit like that. I was like,
and then Jay-Z kind of spent his whole career proving all that shit wrong.
Yeah,
like the baddest bitch you're gonna ever
in the game. Yeah, like you got Khalees, he got Beyonce.
You got Khalees, he got Beyonce.
Yeah. And I think Khalees looks better than Beyonce, but I would rather. But Beyonce is more successful.
I was gonna say that's a whole other show.
You put bank account side by side.
Yeah, she's just more successful. But
and no, you put me. He's a billionaire. You're
a millionaire.
You're we're both legends, but what?
Yeah, and I overall, but my point was in making that comparison was just saying that Trump will expose things about Kamala Harris that a lot of her base, she doesn't have a base right now, but a lot of people who would be voting for her or be thinking about voting for her, he would point out a lot of contradictions about her because she's a walking contradiction. Yeah. So I don't think she would stand a chance against. I've said this before because I sent out a tweet. I told you about this the other day. So I tweeted on Jamil Hill's. She had a post. She had a tweet that was saying like, "Oh, that's why Trump doesn't want to face Kamala Harris," and da 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 da. And I said the same thing I'm telling y'all was like, Trump would destroy Kamala Harris. He would point out how terrible all the terrible things she did, and then everybody, I got like 10,000 fucking acts and whatever, and everybody was like, "Oh no way, she would wipe the floor." And I know y'all hate Trump. Yeah. That's where this hate for Trump blinds you from the truth. I'm telling you, without a doubt, unequivocally, Trump will call her flip-flopping Kamala, and it would be over before she even fucking knew what hit her, dude. Like, I don't care about that.
The reason I disagree is because I think that she has a level of poise. I think that the reason some of the stuff hasn't necessarily caught up to her is because she has a little bit of that Teflon feel to her.
What do you mean? She just started. Nobody knows who she is.
Yeah, nobody's calling her. Put it this way:
I think
that DA record that she's got for convictions in California, that's as Clint put it very eloquently, that's hypocrisy that she gonna take right in the face.
Yeah. She didn't charge Steve Mnuchin, but he's not gonna bring up that she didn't charge Steve Mnuchin.
No, that's his buddy.
That's his buddy. But he's gonna point out if ever the black shit when she plays that black card, he's gonna be like, well, you were locking up black people. Like that's what he's gonna say shit like that.
As soon as she starts talking
as soon as she say that shit, he's gonna be like, get back
immigration, Get your ass back. About immigration, he's gonna be like, well, you was in the state where mostly immigrants come in, and you was locking them up.
2008, you was locking up immigrant teens.
Yeah.
But now you're pro-immigration. How much sense does that? You see what I'm saying? Like
I disagree. Yeah. I think she can beat him. I think she can beat him.
This
is because I think a lot of people can beat Trump. I think there's going to be one contingent of people that are voting for Kamala Harris, but it's going to be another contingent of people that are just voting against
I was gonna say the only way she could really bag that victory would be
the Republican base.
Of somebody
the Republican base is the Republican base. We're not changing your mind. You can almost count their votes to the team.
For sure. Yeah. You already know how many votes he's gonna get right now today. He ain't getting nobody new.
Right. I just think that he has this. What caused him to really win was the iron.
My question is this: do you think Kamala Harris will get people to come out and vote? Though?
Yeah.
She will inspire people to come out and vote. In the Rust Belt specifically, Kamala Harris is going to go to Michigan and convince a bunch of fucking steel workers and shit that she's their best shot. No fucking way, man.
You from California too?
She's not going to pick.
Maybe.
Exactly what Tim Ryan was saying about the Midwest. Oh, they're elitists. You think she's a fucking elitist? She's going to go to the Rust Belt and get exposed. Mm-hmm. He's going to come out and fucking slap her every single time she fucking says something. As the black woman up here, shut the fuck. You just said you weren't black. Your own daddy doesn't like you.
That's the one thing.
I'm trying to tell you, dude. Like, she has so many glaring.
I think when her dad kind of separated himself from her dad.
Your own daddy doesn't like you. Your own father doesn't like you.
Your dad's gonna vote for Bernie.
Your dad's gonna vote for you. Your dad probably likes Bernie more. Like, come on, man. I'm trying to tell you, dude. Kamala Harris, I'm saying this shit on record. If Bernie doesn't win, and I hope we don't have to witness this shit, if whatever neoliberal runs against Trump will get fucking demolished because they will not be able to inspire people to come out and vote for them. That's what I'm saying. Like, so regardless of the people who hate Trump, people hated Trump last election.
Yeah.
And they didn't come out and vote.
So, Prince, on that note, do you think she'll run into the same? I was just about to say, do you think she's going to, if she won the nomination, does she run into the same apathy that Hillary ran into?
Yeah, she will get attacked for a lot of the same.
I think it was.
No, I mean, when I say apathy, I mean voter apathy. Because I mean, a lot of the fact was people just didn't show up to vote for Hillary.
Yeah, but just she didn't inspire people. No. Kamala Harris inspires more people than Hillary.
Okay,
that's for sure. I want to get that on the record. I do think that she inspired more people in California, more people in New York. More people in states that
she doesn't change the
demographic. She did,
because really it came down to
Pennsylvania. He won by 400,000, 50,000 votes. Like he won by 20,000 votes.
It came down to about 4 or 5 states that he won very narrowly, like Florida, Michigan. You think Ohio.
Yeah,
states that Obama won
in landslides.
And it just switch around because of voter turnout
was so low. Anytime the voter turnout is low, Republicans, it favors Republicans.
Definitely, because there are more Democrats than Republicans nationwide.
Not even Democrats. There's more people who will vote Democrat.
And there's way more independents that lean left.
Yeah. There's more independents than Republicans and Democrats.
Yeah. But if you could only say that you have to be one or the other, if you don't vote, it's still more Democrats.
Like Bernie's not a Democrat, but he's running under a Democratic umbrella because
most people don't think, oh damn, I'm voting Democrat, I'm doing Republican. They're gonna wait and say, who do they think the best candidate is? And they're gonna decide like maybe 5 minutes before they fucking click that shit.
I know, that's fucking terrible. Okay.
All right, so last one. We got the last one.
Bernie,
baby.
You didn't even mention Elizabeth Warren, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry, Elizabeth Warren. She's the last of the ladies, Elizabeth Warren.
Elizabeth Warren, I don't think she could beat Trump, and the reason I don't think she can beat Trump is because she's wonky.
Super wonky.
And this is what the problem was when we're talking about Trump in 2016 winning the Republican nomination. He was going up against a bunch of wonky people.
Yes.
Bush, Cruz, they're wonky. It was Bush's to lose. It was Bush's to lose in the very beginning.
Yes.
Jeb Bush.
Yeah.
But it would be like this. You have 5 guys. Before it was more, but say you get down to like 5, 6 guys. And they'd be like, well, what are you talking about on immigration? And they all don't want immigration, but they have long ass crazy answers. You go to Trump, build a wall.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Build that wall.
Yeah. We're gonna get Mexico to pay for it.
We're not gonna pay for it because he knows that Republicans are cheap as fuck, and he knows that They hate like a wall will keep these motherfuckers out because they're crossing the border.
The simplest and easiest solution that did not take much thought, but damn it sounds effective.
What else? Oh man, the emails, the woo, and they will understand all the shit that happened with Hillary and was it legal? No, lock her ass up, lock her up.
They were politicians though, but they were politicians.
He was an entertainer.
Trump was an outsider. Trump was an outsider, not anymore. He was an outsider though. He wasn't a career politician.
Right.
Ted Cruz,
he never run
Jeb Bush, they know each other. They kick it with Hillary. They're not like
they didn't even want to go after each other. It's almost like they were saying to each other, like, "Oh man, just keep it cool. We're all Republicans here."
And then Trump got in there and was like,
"We all sound the same. We got the same message." And Trump was like, "Oh no, that's Lying Ted over there. Yeah. It's sleepy Jeb Bush over there. The slow Jeb.
Sweaty palms.
Yeah, like, oh man, dude, you can't win.
Sweaty palms, Chris.
You got low energy. Yeah. You got low energy. This dude, Ted Cruz, you're lying again, buddy. Yeah. Departure again. You're lying again."
And then he said something about his wife. Remember, he said something about his wife. Like he was like, "Oh, you don't want me to start mentioning your wife." Or something like that about Ted Cruz.
Right.
Ted Cruz was like, what are you talking? You know, it wasn't even true. Who even knows what the fuck Trump was talking about? He was like, he knew how to get under his skin. He did it.
Women,
AJ took a page out of Ronnie Reagan's.
Every woman that said something against him in the press or something, oh man, she's overweight. Overweight. Like they just get on their case. Like, oh, she's not that.
You can't. I'm not. The thing with Trump, like I'm saying. Because this is what people were trying to hit me with online when I was saying that Kamala Harris would win. They were trying to act like I was saying like Trump is smarter than her. Right. That's not what it is, man. You're coming in to fight him. You think it's gonna be a fair fight. I'm trying to tell you that this motherfucker is gonna poke you in your eyes, pull your shirt over your head, throw dirt at like
he Ric Flair in your ass. He's coming in with all types of dirty
shit, man. He's not coming in on some just straight up.
I think that jig is up on that shit though. I don't think anybody expects a fair fight.
But he already got the people that like him, that like the way he fight.
Right.
Just like with any other boxer. I mean, until he knock out a couple of people, you don't know what you got.
Trump is very popular with the Republican base. He's very popular with the Republican base, and I just think that there are people that can beat him. I just don't think.
Warren is not.
I don't think Bernie's the only one.
No, I don't. I think that
maybe
I think that Tulsi Gabbard's one.
Right. Even though Tulsi's struggle is name recognition. It's just people need to see
if she got there. I'm saying like so we talking ultimate. I'm just thinking. I'm like, yeah, once she gets there, I'm like, yeah, of course they're gonna know her by then and yada yada yada. I'm saying that
a bunch of people that are not gonna win the nomination can beat them.
Yes, that's what I'm saying too. Yes, like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm thinking even like a Jay Inslee or fucking.
He would have trouble.
Or a Bloomberg or not a Bloomberg. What's his name? Blasio. Like De Blasio.
De Blasio's not far enough left.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't see these people being able to beat Trump. De Blasio's from New York. Trump will eviscerate. He knows everything about him. He has all types of shit on him. Right. So there's nothing he can say. There's nothing, bro. I'm trying to tell you, man. If you're not strong on policy, you're not going to beat Trump. That's his kryptonite. Right. Is to get a true populist candidate that's going to run strictly on policy.
And you've got to be able to explain it. You got to have an elevator speech on every single policy.
Yes, because you have to understand it.
You have to get crazy.
You have to believe
market it and just know
move it on. You have to believe it. You have to know it backwards and forwards, and you need to just boom. This is what.
And don't try to over-explain it.
No,
just look. Just trust me. Vote for me on this one.
Yeah, like this is.
I got one. He don't even have one. I got one. Vote for me.
He's saying he wants. Where's your? Because you guys are saying Trump is saying that he's going to unveil his new healthcare plan after the.
That's a lie. Get him to talk about shit like expose shit like. He doesn't believe in climate change. Yes. Expose that shit because Republicans believe in. They're not dumb. Like the Republican base believes in climate change. I think some of them are saddened that he doesn't, but there's more important issues. But still, it's to them. But expose that. Like
you got to think anybody that's in farming knows climate change is real.
Because there's going to be a debate question between whoever the Democratic nominee is and Trump. It's going to be about climate change. It's going to be a debate question. And I just can't see Trump get up there and say, well, climate change isn't even real, so I'm not gonna answer it. He's gotta say something.
Yeah, absolutely.
If they don't talk about climate change, do you know the shit's rigged?
I mean, we know Trump. Donald Trump is a master deflector, so I'm going to go out personally on a limb and just say, if the story or if the conversation about climate change comes up, he's going to change the conversation. That's kind of.
I don't think you can because the mediators are going to hold you. They're going to hold you.
They
usually do. They're going to hold
and
you to the fire.
especially it's going to be a one-on-one debate. So that means that the candidate can actually hold his feet to the fire.
Yeah.
And say, you know what? And can say,
why don't you answer the question? Why don't you answer the question?
Or once again, he's going to deny the one existential threat to humanity. He's going to deny with his eyes closed, like the emperor with his clothes off.
You gotta have somebody like y'all both said eloquently a second ago as well that has guts.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely. What I'm saying.
You gotta have guts because it's only gonna be an ad hominem attack behind that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and then the last one obviously is Bernie, and we are, of course,
Bernie's my favorite. Of course, Bernie's my favorite candidate, and I know for a fact that he would beat Trump. In 2016, he was polled to beat. He would have beat Trump.
Yeah, they had to beat Trump by like 30 points.
It wasn't even close.
Ridiculous.
It wasn't even close because Bernie's biggest challenges would come after he was elected. Trump would be like a afterthought. Like Trump would be somebody he'd probably roll through. Like he'd roll through Trump, and then it would be like almost like Republican payback shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, he took down our king. Mitch McConnell is still gonna be. You know what I mean? It's almost you got to take Mitch down. He's up for re-election in 2020.
Yeah, for sure.
It's almost like you've got to take him out with Trump.
Yeah, for sure.
If Mitch doesn't change, if Mitch doesn't fall, it's like Trump's still there.
You're in charge of all censorship.
And and basically, I thought you wanted to use it. Okay.
So definitely that's a smart for sure. He needs to. If we could get Mitch McConnell out, Mitch McConnell is just as much of a threat to us as fucking Donald Trump is. So yeah, definitely. He
fucking owned Barack Obama.
Who, Mitch? Yes.
Kicked his ass all 8 years.
Yep.
Kicked his ass.
And in the end, on the way out, he really kicked his ass with the justice, the Supreme Court.
Right.
And then you
didn't get one. The only way we're even gonna
vote. They're saying that fucking whatchamacallit they're saying whatchamacallit might retire.
Who?
Thomas Clarence Thomas is on his way out.
Who's fucking written?
That's none of them.
Yeah, they're gonna get 3 fucking dudes.
Yeah, if he's gonna retire, to retire now.
That's what they're talking about.
He won't retire now. I'm saying, wait.
No, he's a conservative.
He wants to retire now.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
To give them another conservative, but yeah, I don't want him to retire. I want him to fucking wait.
Shit. I want him to wait, but he's
terrible. Yeah, fuck him.
He knows he's strategic. He knows.
Shout out to Anita Hill.
He knows he can't wait to see if Trump gets reelected. If he's gonna retire, he's gonna do it. Yeah. He knows not to wait. But guess what? Fuck him. Like that's
And no, it's fuck him.
That's if
Anthony
was smart enough to become a lawyer. You know what I mean? I don't know if McAbee is watching, but if he was smart enough to become a lawyer and actually get to the Supreme Court, that's who the fuck that is right there.
That's pretty fucking terrible.
That's
a scary ass thought.
Right.
Oh man. So
young Idi Amin. That's what they call that nigga. Idi Amin. He got the same policies as Idi Amin. They would have loved that nigga.
They would have, for sure.
They would have loved niggas. Fucking last king of Scotland.
Nah, but he like white people. Idi Amin hated white people, but
he
made it.
The red hair, that's disgusting.
He made him bow down and kiss. He made him bow down and kiss his feet and shit. And come in the room and all types of shit.
He wasn't having they got no quarter in his country.
Yeah,
he didn't play that shit.
He didn't like them niggas, so I'm fucks with him on that alone. But yeah, so the next debate is July 29th, I believe it's like something like this. It's in the month. I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping that I
need some of these cats to not qualify. Qualified last time.
I need it to be. If we get everybody on one stage, that'd be cool. If it's 10 people next time,
it's 10 people.
So then, last question I'll ask this kind of I wanted to ask you on my personal, just personally, who do you think's not gonna get there? Who do you think like we've gone through the who shouldn't and who should, but who do you guys not expect to see on the next round debate?
Oh, Hickenlooper, of course, right?
I don't think Yang is gonna get there.
You don't think Yang's gonna be there?
No, he will. No, he's gonna.
Very popular.
Yang, I'm sure. Yeah, Yang's gonna get there. I think that back. Marion Williamson's not gonna get there.
She barely made it.
Gillibrand's not gonna get there. Klobuchar's not gonna get back. Tim Ryan's not gonna go.
I think Tulsi barely makes it.
Tulsi makes it because she has a lot of internet influence too. Hickenlooper's not gonna make it. Ballhead Delaney's not gonna make it. That's 8 right there.
Yeah.
And then I don't know the other 2 where you pick whatever 2 you want. Like, cause I think 10 of them are gonna drop out, but they were saying it's gonna be like 12 on the next one out.
So then it might just be those 8 then.
Are they gonna do 6 and 6 or are they gonna do 12?
That's what I'm saying. I don't want it to be fucking. You can put 12 people on stage, but I would prefer it to be like
10 was a mess. Like if NBC was paying attention to the last debate, and especially the second day where it was because it was a kiddie table situation, it was the big kids day. If you saw the big kids day, and because so much was at stake, you see how much of a clusterfuck that was. You would do if you do 12 people, you better do 6 and 6, bro. That wouldn't make sense.
That would be fun too. 6 and 6 would be really good.
Would be good,
super,
especially at this stage. But look, and let people make a decision. But there's a whole bunch of shit overall about the debates as we close out, right? There's a whole bunch of shit about the debates that themselves that I fucking didn't like. The questions they were trying to trap, especially progressive candidates. And then secondly, why the fuck do they have a crowd in the debates?
I hate that shit.
That shit that's the dumbest shit ever.
Yeah.
Why the fuck do we even have a crowd?
Because
and then you say no audience reaction.
Yeah.
Okay, no audience. The audience can all be people watching.
Yeah.
This is the internet age, people. Why the fuck do we need a crowd?
You can have like a party, like you got like remote like parties of people.
Right, and you can have reactions there,
yeah, but not in the fucking crowd. And I think that I think that the crowd reaction, it affects what you see. Like,
it's a moment.
It's a moment. You know what I'm saying? So it creates like a false moment, and the way that they create the false moment also is because there are obviously plants in the fucking crowd. Because shit that Joe Biden was saying, I was like, why the fuck are y'all cheering for that? He didn't say shit. And then you would just hear like a dude in the back, all of a sudden, oh, and then like you hear like 9 people crediting people, like it'll get contagious.
Everybody has their people in the crowd. Some people have more.
It was like smack. It was like smack. It was like watching like Smack TV, like
like a rap battle.
Like a battle. Like you bring your people, and then as soon as you say something, you can say a trash ass bar, but your niggas gonna be like, oh, this nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Like the dude that says that shit's fire on it. You know they be paying that nigga to say that.
Yeah, that shit's fire. Yeah,
like, I'm paying, like, oh, that shit was fire. Like they pay him to say that. That's why it's always the same guy saying it.
Yeah, because nobody else will say
that shit. Because they pay him to say that. That's his line. He actually gets paid to say that shit.
Like, let's get ready to run.
There's a lot at stake when they win those battles. There's a lot of gambling going on with those battles.
Yeah, for sure. So I definitely that's I agree that they get rid of the fucking crowd. I think they need to get the crowd down. I guess get the field down 10 people or so. But they get 12 and go 6 and 6. If they do 10, I think that's still too many. So I think they're going to have to have 2 nights again.
Look, NBC, if you're watching, I know you guys watch the show. That shit, like we want people are really trying to make a decision here about something that's really important. Though. Don't fuck it up looking for entertainment value because people aren't watching TV for entertainment anymore anyway. Everybody that's trying to be entertained is watching Netflix during the debates.
Yeah.
But the people that sit back and really are actually turning on and tuning into your show to watch these fucking debates, they're watching them because they want to be informed on what the fuck is going on. They might hear about Bernie Sanders or hear about Joe Biden and not actually know what the fuck is going on. They want to hear so that they can make a real decision. And if you guys actually care about the political process and this shit is actually something of value, you will do this shit with a little bit more integrity, right? You'll be a little bit more responsible about the questions you ask, who you ask for, whose mic's on, who's not. You turn everybody's fucking mic. How about turn everybody else's fucking mic off except the person you're talking to?
Nah, but you want people to be able to interject and also they don't give a fuck, so it's pointless.
Right. They want to see a fight.
I agree 100% on the crowd.
Like Kamala.
We just don't need that.
Kamala said they don't want to see a food fight. NBC was like, yes, the fuck we do.
NBC was looking around. Like, who the fuck else?
You don't want to see it. You don't want to see it.
We don't want to see her put food on the table, but if she was going to butt in, that was a great one.
That was a great line. She had a little one line.
So they was right in there, Gillibrand fighting for her, like trying to go at people. He's like, they was talking right across her face. He's like, fuck that.
She looked like Ivanka Trump when she was talking to the people at the GS, the G7 convention or whatever. She, I was like, what the fuck is she doing there? Like,
right, and then and they love to see a black woman check somebody.
They love that shit. That feeds right into the
narrative. The room went nuts when she said that sound.
Kamala went black. She went black mama on him for like half a second.
And she rehearsed the fuck out of that shit because Kamala ain't black. She done said the shit too many times. I don't believe it. I believe her now. I believe that she ain't black. She told me like 19 times. She said she ain't black.
She's Brahmin class Indian too.
Yeah,
which are the elite. They're like the elite, and you talking about racist and shit.
Yeah.
She's not from India, and I'm not putting her like with any of them because she didn't grow up there and shit. But her mom is like an activist against that type of shit. Yeah, for real.
Because it's gas over there.
And that's probably why her mom left India. That's probably why her mom left India.
Yeah.
But where she's from, they're Brahmin. They're Brahmin class. They're upper class.
Yeah, but no, they literally created.
It's not upper class. It's upper caste. There's no way they can fall out of that. Like that's the elitist of the elitists. Like there ain't there's nothing that can happen.
She might have been a politician out there too.
Yeah, definitely. And it's something of power. It would have been something in a position of power because that's what they have.
I'm not gonna put that on her for the reasons you said. Like her mom obviously escaped that shit and married a Jamaican black dude, which her parents probably hate the fuck out of that shit.
Yeah, you would think. But they did their thing. But yeah, I don't fuck with her. She said she ain't gonna do nothing for black people. She said, why would I sit up? And it was so funny watching that clip. Y'all should go look that up when Kamala Harris said that she wasn't gonna do nothing for black people. She was like, why would I do anything? She started talking in a different vernacular, like all of a sudden. Like she could talk like just straight, you know what I mean? But as soon as she started talking about black people, she started trying to sound like black people. She was like, I'm not gonna sit up here and say that I'm gonna do anything for black people. I was like, when the fuck did she start using double negatives? Like that's not her steez. Like that, it was fucking ridiculous. Like she's
I mean, in being one of her AKA sorority sisters, you gotta be like,
what the,
right? They probably was looking crazy because she's
trust her one fuck. I don't trust
and don't underestimate. Oh, shout out to AKA. Anyway, I'm not really into Greek shit, but I like black people. Nah, like real shit. That's what's up.
You gotta be careful. But anyway, though, we all in all, man, I think we got all the good points out. Unless you got something you want to add.
Anybody said on the
you want to give us the
last thing Todd said was policy won't matter. And I mean, I'm thinking he's referring that to when he
said that?
Tyrone said policy won't matter. I think he's referring that to when he was talking about attacking Trump on policy.
Yeah. That shit don't matter.
It will matter to who it matters to, and if it doesn't matter to people, don't stop trying to convince them that matters. Go and be yourself.
Yeah.
Whoever wins the Democratic nomination, they have to just be themselves. Because once you start trying to be something you're not, that's when you're fucked up. If you've been doing policy and policy is what got you the nomination, fucking keep saying it. Because if your policies got you the nomination, there are a group of voters that got your motherfucking back.
Yeah.
Honestly, do that shit for your people. There's a bunch of Republicans right now. They're Republicans, and they're not going to vote for any Democratic candidate, no matter what. They've already got their mind made up. They're voting for Trump, no matter what. Don't fucking try to pander and fucking convince them motherfuckers of nothing. Don't go right trying to fucking bring them like I'm reaching across the aisle because they'll cut your hand off.
Yeah.
Be yourself. That's why Bernie Sanders. This is why I know Bernie knows this from experience. That's why I feel like he's going to go left. No matter what. I think that even when they go, well, how is he going to bring it back to the center when we're talking about the general election? He's not.
Yeah, he's not.
He's going to go win, lose, or draw double down anti-Trump.
So there's no draw for this.
It's gonna be Unbreakable versus Mr. Glass, and we just gonna see who the fuck win. That's what it's gonna be coming down to.
That shit is gonna be hilarious, but it's gonna be a bloodbath though. Bernie will fucking destroy Trump in the general election.
And I think if somebody okay, and I liken it to this. You ever watch? I watch NFL football, right? Of course. And in the playoffs, that's what everybody watch, right? Have you ever seen a team that was maybe like the number one team and they got to bye the first week? And the other team that the playoffs started for them basically 3 weeks ago, they snuck into the wild card, and then they come into their house and blow the motherfuckers out because they just been in playoff mode for the last 4 weeks. You come up, you got to get up to their level. I think that having this many people in the race could have that same kind of effect where Trump's kind of cruising. He's coming in, he's not really battle ready in the beginning, and somebody just pulls his fucking
like to the 19-0 Trump.
Somebody comes in and they're just stupid hungry. They've been fighting, and it's just like, okay, well, the fight, go Nipsey Hussle, the marathon continues all over again.
Ty said if Bernie was being himself, he'd have ran independent.
He is running independent.
No.
He's running with the Democratic Party, but trust me, he's running independent in the fact that the Democrats do not like this dude, man.
He ain't running independent.
He's coming to take the party. He's running under the Democratic thing, but he's totally different than a lot of these guys. He is an independent.
Bernie ran independently,
he gets stumped.
What?
Same shit what happened to him that happened to Ross Perot. No, 17%.
Get the hell out of here. Ross Perot didn't have a base.
Ross
Perot wasn't the most liked politician in America. This is the best time to be fucking.
That's an interesting question though. If Bernie doesn't win the nomination, does he run independent?
Of course not. He already said he's not.
Well, yeah,
he's stupid for doing that.
I think he was stupid for saying he's gonna support Bernie.
That was a terrible concession. Like, I was like, why would you do that?
Why would you just say I'm gonna support whoever?
You should have you should have had that shit dangling over their head. Like, hey, we don't ever know.
If he wins, I'd be like, look, I'll weigh all my options when we get there. Right now, I'm gonna be running for the Democratic nomination. I feel like I'm gonna win the nomination, so I'm not even thinking about it.
Exactly. But and in his mind, he could have known that he was going to support whoever.
I can't see him getting behind because the shit didn't work. I've seen him because he's not going to be thanked no matter what, because they still try to act like he didn't stump for Hillary. He was all over it for Hillary. After and he lost
a lot of fans. He actually, you guys can watch about this on the side note shit. I was totally turned off from Bernie for this whole time until recently, until I was just like, okay, nobody else is gonna even try to be progressive that can actually run. Because I was telling her Tulsi, I was like, I'll vote for fucking Tulsi before Bernie.
Right.
I trust Tulsi more than Bernie, like honestly. But as shit played out, I was like, all right, I gotta rock with Bernie. You know what I'm saying? And once he started talking again, I was like, why this nigga, man? Damn. Like, why the fuck did he do me like that? But when he endorsed Hillary, that shit was terrible. That shit was like a blow to the progressive movement. Like, I fucking despised it. I was like, this is what?
Because I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be stupid honest, and you don't have to be like me. But if Bernie doesn't win the nomination, I'm going to go vote. I'm not voting for president. I'm not going to vote for either one.
I'll never vote.
I'm not going to vote for Joe Biden.
I'm
not going to vote for I will start a grassroots internet write-in campaign for Bernie Sanders before I fucking
I would never vote for
like Bernie. You're gonna support. I would probably try to write Bernie like
no vote, dude. I vote green when I don't vote.
I'll just let him know like Bernie. I'm gonna start a grassroots fucking write-in campaign for you. You might as well just keep on fucking running, bro.
Yeah, people said they were gonna do that last time too.
Yep.
I got one last question too. Do we have any belief that there's a candidate on the Republican side that could possibly snake them up?
There were a few. Joe Biden.
But Joe Biden is the dopest Republican in the fucking world He would have fucked
Trump up with a Republican.
If Biden ran as a Republican, he would crush Trump. But if Biden runs as a Democrat, he'll lose.
But that would take Biden coming out and like really pulling back the veil and showing you what he really thinks on immigration, what he really thinks on healthcare, what he really thinks about this shit.
But he has though, because he voted that way, so it's no need to even, like, we already know the
that
kid is up.
That he's tough. He's showing comeback, the tough on crime. Like, we don't give a fuck. Yeah, I voted because it would go from I voted for the crime bill, but at the time I wrote and voted for the crime bill. That's what on the Republican side, that shit would have been a plus.
Yeah, hell yeah. They'd have loved him if he came out and said that. Look at all those right-wing policies. I was for keeping the niggas out of school and not busting them into your schools and shit like that.
Oh, remember what Obama was saying first when he was going for the public option? I slapped that shit. I told him not to fuck with the public option, and that's how we got Obamacare. He could say that.
Was all me.
Like, and yeah, I would. And we would peel back a little bit of Obamacare because there are stuff wrong. All he just getting there be his own compromising.
Biden would destroy Trump. I'm telling you.
But as far as the Republicans that are declared Republicans now, nobody, because these motherfuckers lost their backbone fucking with Trump. Because I know for a fact that a lot of these motherfuckers do not agree with Trump on a lot of shit. Yeah. But they toe the fucking party line. None of them have the courage to stand up.
Because the other option is Bernie or some left, you know what I mean?
Who doesn't Trump like? Lindsey Graham, right? Mm-hmm. He doesn't like Lindsey Graham.
He hates Lindsey Graham, yeah. And
Lindsey Graham came out acting like, we're going to war. There's nothing they can fucking do about this shit. You know what I mean? If it was up to Lindsey Graham, we'd have dropped a nuke on Iran last week. Fucking bastard. Anyway, like, subscribe, you know what I mean? Click the notification bell. You're going to get more from not just us, but the entire Soapbox Hero Network. We're going to another level here. And shout out to Tyrone for putting this thing together.
Before you go out, he did say, Kamala Harris have some right wing in it. It's gonna come out soon.
Oh, they all got some right wing in them.
Yeah, not all of them, but yeah.
Yeah.
All the corporate Democrats.
All the corporate Democrats. And they're not. There's only two real progressives in the race. Yeah. And everybody else has right wing in them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Elizabeth Warren is straight in the center, and so she's gonna lean either way.
She's right wing though, because she's pro war. Well, I guess right wing. Pro war is a right wing. Pro war is a liberal. A liberal, neo-liberal stance is like, let's fucking go blow motherfuckers up in another country.
Let's prove that we're tough. Because the Republicans have a reputation for being tough. The Democrats have a reputation for being soft, but they get baited into doing shit to make them think, yeah, I'm tough too. Yeah.
And then the Republicans get to act like, well, I don't know why y'all.
All of being with Elizabeth Warren is a bait fest. She would be getting baited left and right on Paul. She'd be compromising left and right.
And she already got the worst name. Her name is Pocahontas. She would get destroyed.
Oh yeah, Trump already has her psychologically beat.
Yeah, she's destroyed.
But like, subscribe, notification bell. When we bring you guys more shows, we're going to actually be changing the format a little bit to make it a little bit more user friendly. Mm-hmm. So the best is yet to come. So look for that. And if there's anything in terms of topics that you guys want to talk about, let us know, man. You might just see your topic on the show coming up soon.
Amen. All right, man.
Good night.
Good night, y'all. That was good.
Yeah.
2 hours.